Oh, I should.
You knew what the thing was.
1 second.
Now, do you
Gotta
guys
remind
want
the
to hear all
attackers
the
they have to
Discord
wait
chatter,
for
or do you
2
want
minutes.
that gone?
Wait, Rhode Island.
Tell me what you want.
I have never seen that boat before.
It's relatively new. Couple of patches.
They only brought 2 carriers.
One does happen whether you're ready or not.
That's not a.
Already not.
When we're in game, I'll go ahead and mute the Discord. That way, there's less chatter. I'm not talking over people and stuff. So, Clash of the Classes Fun Night. Game 1 begins now. Team Alpha is defending. They're supposed to have 3 carriers. Clearly, they misunderstood because they only have 2. You can see there. But their job is to defend the base. The way it sounds like is as soon as somebody goes into the base and causes a tick, either from joining this spot, or, you know, anybody that manages to get into the cap there, Team Bravo wins. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Elusive, exactly. So, the carriers obviously can do some spotting, get an idea. Everybody was told to bring whatever the heck ship they wanted. So, you can see there's plenty of choices that people have made. Petro, Mecklenburg, Puerto Rico, Kurfürst, Des Moines, another Petro, St. Vincent, Schlieffen, Minotaur, Commissar, Marceau, and Rhode Island. And it looks to me like they are going to do an all up the channel push. I can't remember if that was something that they said or not off the top of my head. Let's see. Let's clear out the lines on the chat. Defending, we've got Lu Xun, Haunlu, Benham. Benham's a good choice to defend, actually, with all the torpedoes. Takahashi, why? Bring a Takahashi. Gdansk, Hayate, Kurfürst, Benham, another Benham. That's 3 Benhams. Preußen, and there's the 2 carriers. Yeah, I mean, Team Bravo wanted to do that. They probably could make it work, right? Everybody YOLO and just literally brute force push through the channel. Very much like, you know, very much like a phalanx, right? Like a Greek phalanx. A reminder, guys, we do have ads. I will try to run the ad breaks in between sessions, because as you notice, it takes a while to get people like into the game and stuff. And organized, so you won't miss much if you're stuck watching an ad, okay? If an ad pops up during gameplay, I'm also streaming this on YouTube. You can always tune in on YouTube. You won't miss out the action that way. There is a slight delay from what happens in-game to what you guys are seeing or hearing in Discord. That's just the nature of the beast. There's TC Freer in the Benham, making his first turn, trying to go into safety. Luck chucking them Torps. It's interesting, I want to comment, Plasmatic is in a Kurfürst. I've seen him playing a lot of the battle cruiser line, like the Ruprecht. I'm surprised he's not in a Schlieffen. But he just needs to defend, and right now he's doing a wonderful job of just shoving TC Fuhrer. Plasmatic now on radar or hydro, I can't tell which. He's going to be the first casualty. I love using anything as a shield. Dead meat, anything. Plasmatic will go down first. Already taking torpedoes despite having the Hydra going. Doing a wonderful job of blocking his teammates' torpedoes as well. First blood going to Team Bravo. Team Bravo is readying up with the Schlieffen together. Side note, you know, one of the things I could also do is I could hop into one of the team's chats and we can listen to them, you know, chat it out as they play. Look at all that anti-air. Now that's a mod that I'm using that converts anti-air into lines. It makes it a little bit easier to spot the anti-air. Schlieffen doing a nice job of blocking his teammates. Puerto Rico is going to move him out of the way, though. And Captain Try takes 2 torpedoes. Those were spotted for a long time, so I'm surprised that he allowed that to happen. And there goes Gunner. Ali taking him down. Just take a look at this chaos. I'm going to take a moment here, drop the HUD, and we're just going to screenshot like all of the deck. Because look at this. All right, the Hayate goes down. Schlieffen torpedoes take down Ali's Preußen. Minotaur takes down TC Freer's Benham. Puerto Rico taking down the Takahashi. Like, yeah, why Takahashi? I mean, torpedoes, I guess. But just park all battleships across the gap so the corpses block the attacking ships. That would be smart. But it looks to me like Florindy 1's Puerto Rico from Team Sufso is about to get through. And he is now in the cap. There's Full Throttle's Marceau. And looks like the attackers are going to win this. Fabio's Rhode Island is making his way up. Look at all the other ships that are still coming. Little bit of a log jam here, I'd say, huh? When's the last time you saw this many ships in the channel, though, huh? Now we've got both carriers and the Gdansk trying desperately not to allow them to tick. Because I think the way they discussed it was, as soon as you start getting a tick, that's when the game is decided. Ilman getting smacked. He's going to go down shortly. And it's just a matter of time as Team Bravo just pushes through the channel and leaves a few of their friends behind. More ships, please. Yes, indeedy. More ships, please. Now, during the tournament itself, there will be a 2-minute delay. So keep that in mind. A 2-minute delay during the tournament. All right, I'm gonna test a couple of things out real quick. So Team Alpha is now going to do the exact same thing, try to push through the channel. We've got Marceau, Puerto Rico, Hanover, Mutsu. Mutsu? Mutsu? Why would you take a Mutsu? Hanover's a good idea, because he said any tier, so why not take a tier 11? Ushakov, same idea here. Hello, Gothic. Napoli. Napoli is not a bad idea, because the armor scheme, but, and the torpedoes. But the crawling smoke won't work too well. That's true, Spider. Plasmatic is also in Hanover. Yeah, lots of Hanovers here. For first St. Vincent, a defense? All right, well, he's got the funny Torp, so I guess that could work. Hell, at that point, I would take the Rodney at tier 7. And Gdansk. Closing him to the south on defense are 2 Maltas. 2 Maltas. Interesting choices there for carriers. All right. Side note, why wouldn't you take, like, a German carrier because of the secondaries, right? Take the Ilman. I think that would probably be a better choice. Anyway, there's a Z-52. Good idea with the Hydro. Remember, they're all defending here, so Hydroacoustic is a great choice. Jinan, interesting choice. High DPM, right? And, of course, really good torpedoes for killing battleships. Illinois, high DPM. Duncan. Now, hear me out. If you're going to take a Duncan, why not just take a St. Vincent? It's literally better Duncan because it's tier 10 instead of tier 9. We got... oh, and I should move the build viewer. I knew I was forgetting something. There we go. There's our build viewer. And that might be a little small for people to see, so I'm going to make this a tad bigger. And you guys can tell me what you think about that for the tournament tomorrow. Whoops. Anyway. Petropavlovsk. Mecklenburg. There's our Kleber. Kitsakami. We haven't seen a Kitsakami yet. That's a good idea. St. Vincent. Rounds it out. Yeah, it's very interesting ship choices. I don't understand some of these, frankly. I mean, just get the big bricks, and if you're on the alpha side, get the bricks that are really good at just punching through, right? So like Conqueror and stuff. Yeah, I really don't understand the idea of the Mutsu. He's gonna be like the last one to even get there. But whatever. Yeah, but Mikasa's got secondaries to see there. Yeah, I know. I have lots of questions as well, Ken. I have lots of questions as well. Alright, those of you tuning in, are you able to see the build viewer okay? Does this give you enough information about what you're seeing these ships are using for flags, for example? I know I'm cycling through it quickly. If this was the tournament, obviously I'd spend a little bit more time showcasing the builds. Now, you can also click, I can also do this, and you can see things a lot bigger too. Well, Dead Meat, to make it fair, the other team missed the memo first on 3 carriers. So, you know, that happened. All right, Ushakov in the van, pushing makes perfect sense. The build viewer? Okay. Ideally, it's in the corner, but the Clash of the Classes logo is there. And I usually put it... You know what I can do? Here. Here's what I can do. I can move that over out of the way a little bit. Come on. Okay, so that's hidden now. Oh, there's our first couple victims. Kitsakami just coming in clutch with all the torpedoes. All the torpedoes. Can still fit this a little bit farther to the left.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
So that's the perfect spot right there. The problem is if I make it any larger, it becomes a little bit more obnoxious. Okay. Come on. Here we go. Virginia Meat Shield. Well, look at the Mecklenburg. That's a brilliant play right there by the Mecklenburg, going sideways, holding all these ships at bay. That's a brilliant decision. Matter of fact, I'm going to drop this And we're gonna screenshot that, because that looks freaking amazing. All these ships sinking right here. Huh? How crazy is that? I missed the defense ramming. Okay, so I do have a little bit more space. Maybe I can make this one tick bigger. Oh, the Smith. There you go. Single fire torps. And it looks like the defenders are going to win this one. The attackers just couldn't get enough in there. Look, the Mutsu is stuck in the channel. Oh, goodness.
Our victory is
And there goes
in sight.
Pally. What do you guys think about the build viewer now? Is that better? I can possibly make it one tick larger. If you would like it larger. But then you're losing a lot more space on the game too, so. Duckman says, it's okay. He's okay, he's okay. Tachibana, yes, that's also tier 2. The Touchy Banana. And the last ship to sink is definitely going to be this Mutsu. Definitely going to be the Mutsu. Just for testing purposes. Let's see how that looks. What do you guys think? Do you like that better? This is fun night. That's what's happening here. All those torpedoes missed. Mutsu is saving a star. He's actually backing up. He's actually backing up. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Every 5 or 6 seconds? Yes. Honestly, if you're gonna take a Mutsu or a Fuso, why not take a Mutsu? Because then you've got the torpedo that you can launch every, what, 20 seconds or something? It's gonna be very difficult to manage that on the fly while I'm casting a tournament, Spider. So, if you guys think this is taking up too much space on the screen, and it looks like it is, then I'm gonna just drop it 1, and we're just gonna have to leave it like that. Now I could do this at the start of the game, if I remember doing that, and maybe that'll work. It's kind of a compromise, right? So, about right there. You wouldn't mind it smaller? And Mutsu gets klebered. So you better believe I'm screenshotting that. All right. All right, what do you guys think about the Clash of the Classes shield now? Do you like that better with that size? A little bit less obnoxious on the screen, right? Let's see if I can get this stuff out of view. Now it shows up a little bit. Okay, that's about okay. Yeah, it's normally a dead corner, so, but that allows me to move, like, for example, the build viewer a little bit farther to the left. I think that's better now. So this is the super test armor test, and it literally throws all the ships in a line, So you can see we've got Maine, Preußen, Schlieffen, Bismarck, another Schlieffen, Mecklenburg. On the opposing team, Mecklenburg, Schlieffen, Bismarck, Preußen, Schlieffen, Maine. All the secondaries. Popcorn indeed. Popcorn indeed. Alright. You guys like the build viewer where it's at? It's kind of not blocking stuff, so I think that's good. It looks almost mid, you know, between the two of them, so that's nice. Let's see, and then I can hit control, and then you guys can see all the different builds, and armament ranges, and DPM, and stuff like that. It's a tad farther to the left. Okay. Full throttle is probably going to be the first victim. I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. Okay, I'll mess with that in between the next stuff. That's a good idea, Iwax, because then I can move the thing all the way into the corner. Oof. Schlieffen takes down Gunnerslade's Maine. B Trinity is in trouble next. Fresh victims. That's right. That's right. Oh, are you guys hearing? No, you shouldn't be, because I think I put the filters on. You guys are not hearing my AC unit running, right? Okay, good. Doesn't look like it's picking it up. One of the nice things about Fun Night is it's also a way for me to test out all the UI, make tweaks and stuff, make sure everything's working. The death race team killing would be nice to have back in, yeah. I love that. I actually won one of the death races way back when. I ran into Tago because you could have the torpedoes facing forward. There are so many secondaries flying right now, guys, that the game is struggling to render them. You see these shells just popping out of thin air? That's because the game can't handle all the secondaries. Like, it legit can't handle it all. You don't hear the AC. Perfect. Because nobody said a bloody thing about it when I did Warship Masters. Not even Raptor. And, somebody said something the last game of the finals, the grand finals. And it's like, really? You didn't say anything at all Saturday? You didn't say anything at all Sunday until this one final battle. So now, people are stuck listening to the AC. And I'm going to get all these comments on YouTube about it. Seth, what's that noise? Blah, blah, blah. I like this group here. Group of three just working together. I'm surprised that Full Throttle is still alive, by the way, in the main. You died first in a death race because somebody, like your teammate, killed you. So it looks to me like this is secondaries only.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Because I don't think I've seen any primary guns firing, but it's hard to tell. Okay, Maine has turned around and gone bow in. He's going to get himself killed doing this. It is secondary only. Thank you, IWAX. That's an interesting build for him, but anyway. They've done this before with Fun Nights where you have to have secondaries only. It's neat. It's interesting. And now we're gonna get down to 3-on-3. And this is when it matters most. Are you micromanaging your ship properly? Your DCPs, your heals? As it's 4-on-2 now. And now you can see all the secondaries being fired. Because with ships dying, there's just fewer objects that the game has to render. Stonemaker, I believe you can join Fun Night without a team. But that would be a better question to ask on the Discord. Specifically, if you aren't in the Discord, type !clash. And you should see the Discord. Or you can click the pinned comment there. And I believe the Discord link is on their front page on that comment. Well, in a training room, BBT, in training room, Loot Yens does not proc. So you will not get a bonus to your secondary rate of fire, like you would in a random battle. You are practicing in Clash of the Classes. Okay. Like as a, maybe as like a mercenary. Yeah, and so that works with all the special captains, right? You don't get, Kuznetsov procking will to live or whatever, will to win, you know, when you lose too much hit points. Well, it's just a matter of time now, before these two ships go down. I don't think we're going to see any of the green ships going down. Yeah, it's a big, nasty point break indeed, yes. I mean, like a hit point differential. It's interesting in this mode, I'm not seeing any, like, actual points. I suppose that makes sense, there's no caps. Alright, when Florindy dies, that'll do it. I don't know, that's a good question. Although, I don't think he's gonna live long enough for this to... For you know, he's not gonna live for a minute. If he ran for the corner a while back, Florindy probably could have done that. But, nah, now he's just gonna go in secondary guns blazing and get himself Robocopped. Yeah, exactly. He had the opportunity to, didn't take it. Probably didn't think about it. And there it is. Get ourselves set up for the death pick. You guys know me, I love my death picks. Okie dokie. So this is the Among Us mode. This is one of the coolest modes that they've done in Fun Night. For those of you guys who don't understand, Paladin of Argyle and IWAX in the carriers are actually working for Team Bread. They are in their Discord, and their goal is to get sunk. That's their goal, is to get sunk, okay? Everybody else from this team, their goal is to do everything they can to protect their two carriers. So they can smoke their carriers up, right? So they can't be seen. They can body block torpedoes. They can shove them out of the way. These carriers are going to do the best they can to get to their teammates' lines, right? Unless they've been told they can't move, because I'm seeing that they're not moving right now. And then the other side, same deal. Okay? These carriers here are trying to get themselves killed. And Team Red is trying to defend these carriers. So, as somebody made the joke, it sounds very much like a random battle. So there you go. All right, what do you guys think of the Fun Night logo where it is? Is that better? Does that look centered and stuff? I'm doing well. You're welcome for the shout out, Ouija Boo. And what I can do now is I can try to move this thing. It's a good spot. Okay, it looks great. Thanks. I had to do it in studio mode, and studio mode is really tough to figure out. Yeah, because it's much smaller. So something like that. Tic-tac-toe grid, you're talking about this here? This is so I can draw. See, I can change colors. I can draw penises and stuff. You want me to raise it like a lewd indeed. Raise the logo by like 1 centimeter? Oh, he said penis. Right? Text beneath it. Yeah, there's a mod to get rid of that stupid text. I'd love to figure out how to do that, but I don't have that mod installed yet. I might be able to get that mod installed for tomorrow if I remember to do it. That's a big if. My concern about moving it higher, though, is it'll... Like, right now, it's kind of in line with the Fun Night up on the top. So my concern with moving it is then it kind of interferes. It will look worse above it, I think. Ooh, Plasmatic getting wrecked in the key. Falcon, you need to go to your World of Warships page, whether that's .com, NAEU. Actually, no, easier way to do it, if you're using Wargaming Game Center, log in, click on your name, and then there's like activate Wargaming code as a button. Just click on, just put the code in there. All right, so Pally is now moving full speed forward. Remember, he wants Team Red to kill him. And nobody is blocking them. So everybody's going to shoot the Saipan now from Team Red. And if Pally can die and Iwax can die, then that's GG for Team Bravo. What happens when a team runs out of points? Usually these games don't last that long to where that happens. Because as you can see, it's very difficult to keep the carriers alive. Once they get to about the halfway point, you know, like halfway to the middle of the map, it's pretty easy for them to die. Okay. Now we've got the Champagne that's trying to block the Saipan. See, he's trying to body block his teammate. And the Saipan actually dodges both of the torpedoes from Soryuza Sashio, which is huge. That's actually a really good block from Team Red. Really good block from Team Red. As Iwax goes down, both carriers have died now. Let's go ahead and screenshot once we get the ship passing the Lexington there. Sexy Lexi, that is. Boom, boom. Okay, cool. Who here doesn't like seeing dead carriers? Wonder why no team tried to block their carriers moving forward. They can do that. I'm kind of surprised, frankly, BBT, that they didn't do that. That's usually what they do. See? Evidence right here. Champagne doing a fantastic job of blocking the Saipan. Not only is he blocking it, but he's taking hits, right? That are meant for the Saipan. Now, the Saipan is just sitting here. I'm wondering if they've been told the official ruling is Team Red has won. Deepwater Torps are going to hit the Champagne, the other Champagne. 2 of them. Ouch. And that does it. We have ourselves a winner. All right, let's get back to the tournament page. Okay, so in this mode, we have 4 destroyers. These are the admins. So we've got Yamagiri, who forgot to put in flags and upgrades, and he's using a 10-point captain. We've got Beer in a Kunming, DTK Gamer in a Kunming, who also forgot to put flags on. Remember, this is a training room game, so put flags on your ships, yo. And then Genius in a Shimekaze without all flags. Again, training room. And it's a kind of a interesting build for Shimekaze. Posing them to the south is our top players so far, who have all been instructed to take a battleship. And their job is to, my understanding, not sink, essentially. I wonder, I would imagine they are not allowed to shoot the destroyers, because if they are, that's going to be problematic. We'll have to see what people choose. Ooh, I like the idea of Potato there. With his main, he's even picked up the torpedo lookout system. Interesting idea. Odin makes sense, although it's a tier 8, so kind of a head-scratcher on that. You might as well take a ship that's armed with Hydro, how I would look at this. Like Iwax in the Schlieffen, for example. And you guys will see that tomorrow and Sunday, when I'm casting the actual tournament with the 2-minute delay, I have everything set up to let you guys know when we go into battle from your future, so you can kind of plan out your viewing accordingly. You like the adjustment moving the logo over the swords? And if you note, that stupid text is gone now. You're welcome. It's what happens from me modding the game so much. I know how to do it. Reminds me, I should extract these mods, and it's literally just, I think it's GUI and Unbound too, so I'm going to get rid of everything else. Yeah, good. And we're going to change this to F1 instructions remover, and I'm gonna move this into my WoW's casting folder so I have it whenever I need it. Which means after I forget that I have it here, because that's how it always works, right? Okie dokie. Battleships are moving into the middle of the map. I wonder if they've been told that they have to do that. I suppose it makes sense. And you can see the Kunmings all putting themselves in position to just torp the living daylights out of things. Ooh, that Yamagiri is, oh yeah, we already talked about that. Well, I'm glad we could clean up the HUD for you guys. The build viewer, is that a good enough size, or would you like me to make it a little bit larger now that we've got a little bit more screen real estate? What do you guys think? I can see it fine, but I'm playing on a 1440p monitor, so the game's a little bit larger for me. Easier to read stuff. And that was a good idea. Whoever suggested I move the logo, that was top tier idea. So thank you for that. Think it looks fine for you? Okay. Seeing a lot of battleships without dead flags. Interesting. So I'm kind of curious. Oh, I see. So everybody, all of them have to get into the B cap, maybe before they start firing their torpedoes. Okay, that's an interesting idea. So if that's the case, wouldn't you want to be like the middlemost battleship? Are they seriously lining up? It looks like they are lining up. They are lining up. I'm gonna check with Discord.
Suma. Yep. Let's just start.
All right.
Just 13 ships.
All right, they've been told to start torpedoing. Oh, TC in a Satsuma has decided he doesn't want to play this game. That's fellow community contributor TC Freer, who is maybe didn't understand the commands. It is quite late in Europa. I think he's gonna get assassinated by Beer just for his trouble. Beer does have torpedo reload booster ready to go. Let's go back to the mess of torpedoes as they all collide with these battleships. Ooh, Potato taking some big hits in the main. A tree. Ah! Iowax doing a nice job of using teammates as human shields. Although he just took a torpedo himself as well. Don't really know what's going on with TC and with Beer. Another torpedo hitting the Patrie. More torpedoes coming. DCP is down. Mickey's DCP is down as well, and he's getting torpedoed. Here comes all the shells on Beer, who's gonna slow down and stop. He makes it in smoke. Let's come back to the other side. No battleship has sunk yet, which is very interesting. I find that very interesting. No battleship has sunk yet, guys. After torpedoes, yes. I love that camo on the Scarlet Thunder. It's a neat camo. Like all the Soviet-style jet engines on the side. Torp's coming up for TC Freer's Satsuma. Beer now able to move because he's out of vision. So Freer is going to take the bulk of that. Freer's DCP is down. He's going to take one up the butt. And that should cause a flood, a sticky flood. However, I am not seeing the flood animation, so he might have gotten... Hard to tell with him healing, too. Yeah, he did not take a flood there. First blood going to full throttle, I think. Yes! Full throttle, first to die from Genius's Shimakaze. So he will take last place of them. They are trying to live the longest, Grey Dre. So I'm not quite sure why they're like this. As Mickey gets smacked, takes the flood, and he's out. He's the second to die. It's interesting too is that they have Hydro available, but they're not using it. I wonder if they were... Nope, Pally used his. So Fiona forgot that his Hydro's at the ready. Which is interesting. More torpedoes hitting another Patrie. Gamer grabs the A cap so that there's point parity. Grim Raiders is ready. We'll deal with that later. Zoom out a little bit here, take a look at what's going on. Revenge being very smart with his positioning. He knows where most of these torpedoes are coming from, so he's trying to stay away from all that. Fiona has been reminded of Hydro. Captain Cool saves the Patrie, though, at 2,000 hit points with a DCP. Heals up in 30 seconds for him. But now we should be seeing... Yep, there's Beer's shots. And Revenge with the plane, the spotter plane, catching Beer off guard. Beer's forced to smoke now. And there goes the main. Three battleships down. 9 remaining. Although I think this Patrie's days are numbered. He's going to take one. And he just barely dodges the next one. He's healing. He'll be okay for a little bit longer. Fiona, however, not so lucky. I'm really surprised that they're not maneuvering as much. I would have thought they'd be trying to maneuver more. Beer detected. He forgot his anti-air was on. So, getting all the hatred. Beer's probably going to go down here, actually. He's realized he screwed up, and he's just going to shoot his guns. Beer making sure that Revenge doesn't live. Perfect payback. Now, one thing I want to point out, if you look at where Beer was aiming, same spot on the superstructure. Beer should be moving for the forward or the rear right now, like that. Trying to get the fires going bow or stern. Not like it matters because bye-bye Revenge. Who else is detected now? DTK detected. He's forced to back off and use a smoke. 5 battleships down. Who will be the next to die? I have a feeling it's going to be this Patrie. He sees the torps, puts the heel, saves the ship. But, front, not doing so well there. Takes a torpedo. There's the DCP. Will the DCP run out before the torpedoes hit? Nope, it won't. So he won't be put on a flood. Iwax's Schlieffen is in trouble. He's got 30 seconds until his next hydro. Look at these torps coming in from the side. There goes Iwax, DCP, and heel going. The tree goes down, flooded out by Beer's Kunming. The other Patrie by Beer's regular torpedoes. And now there was 5 battleships remaining. We got 2 battleships that are flooding. TC's just stopped. Ali has stopped as well. Here we go. 5 battleships, all looking pretty unhealthy, although Pally is so far the healthiest looking of them. I need to edit this too, so that it doesn't pop up as much. Oh, DTK, the first casualty. I would have thought that would have been Beer, as Beer comes out now. I don't understand what Beer's doing, but he's dying.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Maybe they were told to go and kill the remaining destroyers, I don't know. Beer's at 426,000 damage. Jesus. Pineapple Fiend, thank you very much for the follow. DC Freer Satsuma, gonna take another torpedo. Promsad that forces the use of the DCP. As Genius now, YOLO charges in. Iwax goes down to torpedoes from Rasmus's Yamagiri. Oh! And Genius's Shimakaze finishes off the Georgia. That's Vlad. So now there are 3. There's 1 Yamagiri left and 3 battleships remaining. Oof. Nice hits there on the Yamagiri. Rasmus using engine boost to try to dodge. Now he's gone to his guns. I think they were told to go out so that they can figure out who's the remaining, like, of the 3 battleships. I'll ask, but I have a feeling that they were told to go out there.
Fish into a war.
I had
Question, Beer.
446.
Were all the destroyers just told to go out?
Like to kill ourselves?
Yeah, like to just...
blow up? Yes.
Okay.
We were just knocking it down to the top 6.
Got it, so you'd already got your 6, so just end it. Perfect, thank you.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to clarify that for you guys. Let's go back to port. And I gotta run my... it says 2-minute warning, but there's no delay today. Starting tomorrow on the stream, the tournament itself will be a 2-minute delay. You played for the overmatch, yes. Yes. Okay, so let's take a look at our teams. We've got a Loria, a Shikishima, a Sicilia. Shikishima? Okay, somebody didn't get the memo. Because that is not an Italian battleship. Here's your Loria. These massive twin turrets. There's your Sicilia. Another Sicilia, another Loria. He was told, I think, to bring any HE cruiser, but yeah, it's a possibility. They just said bring whatever. Another Cecilia. Cecilia is very popular. Loria is very popular. Igmar already on fire. There's another Cecilia. Opposing them, we've got Moskva, Smolensk, Colbert, Napoli. Now, they were told not to bring, but that's okay. Whatever. I saw somebody saying just bring any cruiser that has HE, so, Napoli? Okay. Smolensk, Austin, Moskva, another Austin, another Moskva. Now, these guys all have press accounts, so if they don't have it, I'm surprised they didn't just take that. And look at the sail ship over here. Oh, that's cool. I never even noticed this before. Little clipper ship. Anyway, let's get back into the game. Let's watch from the this is a very small map, so I'm in the very back corner of the map now. Right? I've never seen that either. Polar is a fun map. I really enjoy Polar. I just never spent enough time playing it. Smolensk, fat-fingered, defensive anti-air, and smoke. Eternity says, this is fine. Skydive Tiger, though, in the Napoli, he thinks he can use the smoke. And he's detected, probably because he fired his main guns. I don't have the smoke detection penalty up yet. I gotta put that in. I wanted to go make some edits to the screen, but because of how quickly the action is going, I don't want to, you know, miss anything. Let's zoom in here. I'm surprised that Skydive isn't just going for it and torping the Loria, because he's got the opportunity to do that. Loria might be the first ship out for Team Green. You found out about the Cecilia Smoke Puff playing Colombo for clan battles. Ah! Because that can help you hide another ship. Gotcha. So there's the Cecilia. Look at that smoke puff. I like the coordination here. I don't know if this was on purpose. But one battleship down. Secondaries doing their thing. Take a look at Revenge sitting bow on in a Moskva. As you would expect. Now, he can switch to AP on the Cecilia, actually. He should have enough pen. He is shooting HE, or AP, let's see. Good, solid hits on the Cecilia there. I didn't see any Citadel hits. But definitely good, solid hits with his AP. And Desperado turning even more sideways now, giving a complete flat broadside to Revenge's Moskva. And you can see the AP shells just chewing in. Now, they're not rendering because so many shells are being rendered in the game. There we go. Oh, another big hit. You don't need the Citadel with AP to do a lot of damage. You just need good, solid, penetrating hits. And Revenge, in that particular spot on the map, he found himself a really good spawn because he can control his weak side, which is, of course, his side armor plating as well. That's why he's reversing. I'm surprised he hasn't switched to a Bawan, and I'm surprised he's shooting that guy instead of the Cecilia over here, but that's because the Cecilia is not detected yet. Interestingly enough, Liz had radar and didn't use it to detect the Cecilia. But I think we're going to see Revenge switching to AP and smacking another Italian battleship around. There's the radar. So Vlad is in trouble. he just gonna go for it? You can see the shells starting to render in from short distance.
Our victory is in sight.
There goes Napoli secondary. Smolensk does the dirty deed. Liz continues shooting the dead ship just because. And 4 battleships are gone. Ben's doing the thing. Cecilia under 2 fires. Another battleship down. Loria goes down to combined fire of like 5 or 6 cruisers. I think we'll title this one Revenge of the Cruisers, huh guys? Full throttle is currently in full reverse. Sorry guys, I just had to. And that's gonna be game. Of course, we gotta get our death pick here on Polar. There we go. Let's listen into the Discord. It'd be fun to hear the commentary for the Torp poll. So what I'm probably gonna do is put all of these out on a in like one YouTube VOD release, because there's gonna be a lot of matches and stuff, and I'm already releasing content through August, I think, on the tournament. So.
General quarters.
All right, well, here we go. We've got Cecilia, another Cecilia, another Cecilia, another Cecilia, another Cecilia, another Cecilia, a freaking Takahashi, another Cecilia, a Littorio, Azure Lane Littorio. Someone got a good deal on that one. Another Cecilia, another Cecilia, another Cecilia. I feel like people got the memo about Cecilia. Opposing them to the north this time is Moskva, Smolensk, Smolensk, Smolensk Black. There's a flex. There's another Smolensk Black. A Moskva, another Smolensk Black, another Moskva, another Moskva, another Moskva, Colbert, and Colbert. And on this side, we have a little transport Liberty ship. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So on one side, you've got the sailing cutter, right? And then on the other side, you've got that little transport. See, the things that you learn by watching tournaments. Hashtag team transport, indeed. All right, let's back off. And let's see. I was surprised. I don't know about you guys. I was surprised to not see any cruisers just getting wrecked. Hashtag team cutter. Are you for team transport or team cutter? Declare yourselves now. And later when this goes on YouTube, feel free to comment accordingly too. That's right, Eternity. One of these things is not like the other. My replay on the other stream appears frozen. You mean the rerun channel? You're right, it is. Thank you. I'll fix it. Off. Back on. Fixed. Easy fix. Thank you, Profile. Thanks for lurking over on the rerun channel too, by the way. Never seen it do that before. Oh, maybe it was trying to load. I think I know what it was. I deleted 2 videos on that. It was probably trying to load those videos. Okay, we're back. Some nice teamwork going on over here from our Cecilias, smoking up their buddies with the Azure Lane Littorio in the backfield. Find a way to patch in your audio. We turned it off actually just to keep it clean. Yes, one fat, one thin. Oof. Okay, so we missed this Smolensk getting smacked. Badass rockets, though, not looking too long for this world, as the Smolensk opens up with his main guns, and smoke fire penalty is a thing. He pays the price for that. Nice push there by those Sicilias. We have another group of Sicilias now pushing into the sea cap. First cruiser down, indeed. And judging from what they were discussing at the end of the last battle, this is a race against time. So they want to have the quickest end. These guys won last game as the cruiser team, so if they're able to make a win, get a win as the battleship team, that would be quite something. Really don't understand why you would want to take a Littorio, and take a look at that. Not even using... Now, these teams do get press accounts. Interestingly enough, they're not using them for Fun Night. That would be a good piece of feedback for Beer. Tell people, hey, you need to be loading up your press accounts. Ooh, Revenge. Going broadside. Moskva. You better believe. It fucks over here. Yep, there's the AP. Alright, Revenge, when you die, we're gonna take a picture. Just for you, buddy. Interestingly enough, Moss was gonna ram the Littorio. Wasn't even necessary. That wasn't even necessary. Oh well. But border things, indeed. Indeed. Meanwhile, the group that's going up the middle here, through CCAP, has made it up. And then we've got the group of 3 here on the flank as well. They're doing a really nice coordinated push of groups of 3. And then you've got Takahashi, who must have crashed or something. Oh well. Fiona and the Moskva quite low.
Our victory is in sight.
And there goes one Sicilia down to Smolensk, torpedoes, and flooding. Maybe he was disqualified because he took a cruiser. It's a possibility, but I mean, it's a Takahashi, guys. You know? It's a Takahashi. It'd be different if he took like a Moskva, I would say, or something good. Takahashi. Why? Why do you hate yourself so much that you're gonna play a Takahashi? If you were a battleship, you would stick with SAP in your mains. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. Take the Yoda up. With even more paper turret armor. Oh, Plasmatic Titan is now the last surviving member of the mid-push.
Our victory is in sight.
Yeah, AP will definitely overpen the Smolensk, especially at such close range, so SAP would be a better choice. But Sicilia, does Sicilia have SAP primaries? I thought it had SAP secondaries and HE primaries. Revenge is good at border things. Oof. And there goes. Why are there so many Sicilians profile? Probably because they felt that it was better from the last one. HE'd probably be better. Alright. Let's go back to the tournament screen. Main course, add grilled fresh Polish sausage. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I like to add bacon in my mac and cheese. Alright, so this is the same setup that we had last time, although it seems that they've added one additional destroyer. DTK, once again, no flags.
Battle starts.
Kunming doesn't have as much flags. Beer is missing one of his slots. Probably took a propulsion module off. Genius missing a flag, and Mr. Carrot in a Shimakaze with 2 flags that he could be adding to. Now, in this game mode, you've got all these battleships that are going to work to get to the middle of the map. And then they will basically be told to dodge everything. Now, it's interesting that they allowed Revenge to take a Louisiana because he can fly around and spot things, or potentially. He might have been told not to do that. But it's the first time seeing a Louisiana in this game. This ship is just such a weird-looking ship. Anyway. Rhode Island, Satsumas. I saw some Wisconsins as well. I don't know why you'd want to take a Wisconsin. Iwax, what do you mean no planes last time? Another Louisiana. Because if you recall, Revenge had a plane up, and that's what spotted the, Beer, because Beer forgot to turn his anti-air off. Okay, chat, I could really use your help dialing in our settings here on the Titaro mod. Let's see. Background, we want to drop the opacity down. Something like maybe 0.2 or 0.3. Let's try 30%. That way we can still see what's going on in the background. So that helps. What else do we want? Flag. Ew. Bar opacity, bar width. Fine. Team special consumables. Now, I had thought that there's some other information. Maybe it's over here. Team panel. What we were just looking at. Viewer. That's that one. Ah, we can change the opacity of it too. So that's nice. Make it like 0.3 as well. When you played, you were told no, you couldn't use hybrids. Well, you can see the Louisianas are doing their thing. I sworn that there was a way to configure it so that you can control what is spotted here. I don't recall, though. Action. If they're detected, that's fine. Okay, well, torpedoes are already starting to sling on in as Beer realizes how much of a mistake it was to say, okay, you can play hybrid battleships. Money's on Revenge leaving the camp during bombers. Well, we'll see what happens. This time it's a standard battle. I think they are doing that because it's a game lasts longer that way. It's interesting. And this time the battleships are told they have to stay in the cap. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, they have to stay in the cap. That's why they weren't moving around that much. Okay. Yeah, right. It's easier for the battleships to get to the cap. That makes sense. Well, Revenge is probably about to go down. Because he's currently reversing. So, you know. We gotta get... He knows he's going down. And so he fires off one last defiant squadron. As his Sufso buddy is right there. To just pick up anybody who sank. Any survivors, I should say. Yeah, at least he didn't leave this time. But it's interesting. It's easier for the battleships to get to this spot, but at the same time, it's harder for the destroyers to get, like, surround their target. And what is Genius doing? I don't know what Genius is doing. Mr. Carrot goes down to Rhode Island. So they said they wanted 6 remaining ships, but I gotta say, not looking like it's gonna work. So like Wisconsin, right, you've got the funny button, but you need to shoot your primary gun to charge up that funny button. Otherwise, you're just taking an Iowa into a game, you know, might as well take a Montana. It's more hit points. So I find that interesting. Well, no, they did. Kunming is a Pan-Asian. With the deep water torpedoes and stuff. It's the tier 11, if you will. Exactly, Dr. Dre. You need to have that funny button charged. All right. Mickey goes down in the Rhode Island. Potato taking a couple torpedoes with a Shikishima. Ooh, Genius now detected on Rhode Island radar. Interesting decision there to bring a battleship with radar. So they're allowing a lot more vision than the last iteration. Does it come with torpedo booster? Yes, it does. ETK now getting into position to the south. He's finally been able to get to a spot where they can do something about these dudes up to the north. Well, we saw Satsuma last time TC was playing it. And did quite well for himself. Yeah, really good torpedo protection. Kind of ironic if you think about that. I guess it makes sense considering how many torpedoes the was it Musashi took? And Yamato, frankly, but it was more the Yamato that took all of them. Yeah, you would expect somebody to run Hydro, right? Like you can see right there. Hydros, dual of them. Louisiana is about to spot DTK's Kunming. There it is. Anti-air on. Slowing down and smoking and turning. That was a little bit of a delayed reaction. That's true. You'd be helping your competition with Hydro. That's a very good point, IWAX. So if you've got Hydro, you don't necessarily want to use it because you want your teammates to die before you do. Kind of a funny way of looking at it, huh? Liz takes a torpedo up the butt. Causes a flood. There's the DCP. Yeah, there's all this big brain stuff, right? Like, what is Genius running? He's running the 20-kilometer torpedoes in the Shimakaze. I suppose that makes sense. Well, I think the 20s are probably better. What did you learn in trading battles, Dre? I know there's a spot where I could configure this, but maybe it's here? Nope, that's the same listing. I might have to be in a game to configure it. Is Ashima running a legendary mod? No. No, he's just got the third torpedo slot there, slot 6. And there goes DTK. Fires off one final salvo, defiant salvo of torpedoes. Satsuma's going to take probably one here. I don't know that many are going to take any other torpedoes. Unfortunately, it's a pretty wasted drop there. The torpedoes. Yeah, I was afraid of this. So the vision means they don't have 6 remaining battleships. Torps with the bow or stern were about 50% more damage than amidships. Yes, that's true, because amidships... Let me zoom in for a second and show you. You might not recognize this. But if you look here, you see this part? That line on the armor here? That's the torpedo bulge. That's the torpedo bulge. Right there. If a torpedo hits that bulge, it does less damage. Okay, that's the torpedo countermeasures for the battleship. Most battleships have some form of torpedo protection. You can even see it here on the Louisiana. So, oftentimes a battleship player will try to take a torpedo on the belt instead of on the bow or stern, because it not only is it about damage reduction, but it's also about flood chance reduction too. Torpedoes have a decreased chance of causing flooding if they hit the torpedo belt. If they hit the bow or stern, they have a much higher chance of causing a flood. So that's why you see the damage difference. You could heal about 50% of the damage on bow or stern and only 10% on amidships. That's probably because the torpedo is doing less damage overall because of the damage reduction. The Ekron just hit a torpedo on the bow with the Satsuma and was forced to DCP because he took a flood. All of these battleships know where the final remaining destroyer is, so if you note, they're all just turning bow in to that Shimakaze. Now, depending on where torpedo hits Dre, it could possibly do Citadel damage, which could also explain why it's only 10% healable damage. Yep, that's exactly what I was just saying. Yep. It depends on where the torpedo hits, too, right? There's a great video that a lot of people don't understand or haven't watched. It's called How It Works. And I think it's How It Works Armor or How It Works Damage or something like that. But like on the Rhode Island, if I go to, I can't do a top-down view, but if a torpedo hits that front turret there, there's a very small section where, you know, at the edge, that front edge of that torpedo bulge. And when a torpedo explodes, there's a box, if you will, a cube of damage that comes out from that. So if the torpedo hits the Citadel, as it does that, it can do Citadel damage. So that's kind of like, if you're going to take a torpedo in a battleship, you want to take it dead center usually, because less chance of being Citadel because of that. Yeah, watch that one. How It Works Armor, I think it's called. Just search YouTube for that. Someone was explaining torque damage to me, and I knew of it a different way. Torps have 2 portions of damage, alpha and splash. Pea shooter leaving the cap. I wonder if he's disqualified because of that. But Genius, I guess, doesn't want to play anymore. A little confused.
Don't I need to be up and somewhere else? So
We'll see.
Yes, if you have one,
We're talking about the next one. And, okay, so they quit. Okay.
head and jump in.
That was
I'm
weird.
just gonna kick everyone out of here. Jump into the training.
Guy, Russian, who's American, who plays for Rain,
And he literally gets up at 7 a.m. to play. It's not nice.
Shouldn't Revenge
Right.
be downstairs instead of listening to us torpedo?
Look at what is all these Kunmings?
No, sorry.
That would work.
Sorry.
Coming.
Revenge is here for that reaction alone.
What the fuck?
All right, and now I have to mute it. All right, everybody. Here's our next. This is our last one. I think there's gonna be one more after this.
Action stations.
So yeah. So Kunming. No flags. Anyway. Another Kunming. Yamakaze. Drunk. In, what was that? Venom? Callie in a Kunming. Cap Big in a Kunming. Missing some flags. And we've got ourselves Montana. Revenge in a Louisiana once again. Desperado in a Patrie. Stonemucker is technically out of the Hap now. In the Ohio, there's Mr. Carrot in the Ohio. Carl Johan, interesting choice. It's got the Hydro and, you know, the secondaries and the torpedoes. Interesting choice for that. And then finally, Hanover. All right. Start off with this is Sparta. I think we did that twice. Oops. Bad take with the Johan, only 20% torpedo damage protection. Yeah, it is. It is, but she's a decently maneuverable ship if I remember right, and she's narrow, so that could help. But yeah, low HP as well. Very true. Let's see. Let's see. It'll be down to the player, right? Beasts of Steel was the next one. Then Among Us. Oh, Destroyer spotted. EK UK. Fish in a barrel. We'll fight in the shade. Then fish in the barrel again. And we've done that twice. Among Us. Artful Nothing, I'm guessing there isn't a favorable destroyer in this. Honestly, I would pick something that just luck chucks torpedoes out. I wouldn't be looking, I mean, deep waters are nice. You can see the deep waters there. So Kunming is obviously a good choice because of that, with its ability to use torpedo reload booster. But I think I would probably prefer to go with a Venom. Venom cranks out torpedoes so rapidly. You don't care if they don't do a ton of damage. What you're trying to do is take down DCPs, right? Because then ships will just flood, and it slows them down too. 11.3 per minute. Yeah, I mean it's ridiculous. What kind of torps you can dump out there with a Venom. Jaeger, if you don't have a Venom, would be another good choice, or Z44. If I want to luck chuck torpedoes, I would probably want to go with one of those three. Look at all these torpedoes. Poor Montana. Yeah, look up Area Denial, and there's a picture of a Venom. You could do a Sashio as well. Sure, that's true, Iwax, because you got the deep water torpedoes. You got the torpedo reload booster and the concealment. And pretty good reload on those torpedoes as well. Oof, EK just got smacked. And you can see the result there of the fire. He got detected again because of the fire bloom. But Yuji's Montana is going to pay the price for it. There goes Mr. Carrot's Ohio. A lot more destroyers now, so that's a lot more torpedoes. That's right, low detection on the torpedoes makes Venom nice. Also, you know, the speed of Jaeger torpedoes, same kind of idea. But that's what I'd probably go with. Revenge putting the planes up. Torpedoes run out of steam. Those are probably the Venom torpedoes. I think they're what, 10-5? Yeah, 10-5. Alright. TK Gamer going to the same spot he went to last time in the Kunming. And we also have Captain Big in the southern spot as well. Perfectly set for Revenge, who's currently in plane mode. Therefore, unable to move his ship. Vlad smokes up, dodges a lot of hate coming in. Mickey's got his Hydro going. Revenge hits the W key. Gonna dodge the first rack of torpedoes, but here comes the second part. The reload booster part. And that might be a dead Revenge. Yep. I totally didn't just screenshot that. Sorry, Revenge. Mickey, doesn't matter if you've got Hydro, you're still gonna take a torpedo. Maybe even a second. Nah, you'll be okay for now. Drops out the DCP. Desperado takes another torpedo in the face. Full throttle. And the Carl Johan is now full throttling it against the island, so that's going to be problematic. Oh! He saves it with the DCP. Saves it with the DCP. Yeah, they hit pretty hard on the Johan, didn't they? Yeah, a lot of players might feel tempted to go along this island, but it actually prevents them from being able to maneuver as much as they'd want to. And that's just a recipe for disaster, as you guys can see. It does pin you in, exactly. Exactly. Full throttle, probably gonna take a deep water torp here, and his Hydro is, or his heel and DCP are down, so there he goes. You learned that years ago as a destroyer main. Yes. Yes, you like battleships that hide against islands. Much easier to kill. Alright, well, I always talk about how my teammates are the best hydroacoustic search, and you can see that right there. Mickey seeing the torpedoes and then saying, nope, I'm going to get out of this spread. But he's going to take one on the side anyways. Stonemaker is going to get out of this, but look at all these torps for... Look at all these torps coming in on Mickey right now. And most of them are going to miss. Does take one. And there's the flood. These deep waters are going to seal the deal. Stone goes down in the Ohio. Desperado will probably be the last remaining battleship. Yep. Those deep waters hurt. But wait, there's more. Oh my god, look at all these torpedoes. I'm reminded of a certain meme with a whole bunch of men surrounding a certain woman on a couch. Hey, Liz. Oh, and they were down a player too, it looked like. It is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. Damn right. Okay, let's go back to the tournament screen. Guys, we'll do one.
General chat. We're watching.
Red.
We'll have plenty of spectators watching to make sure. Like, what's actually gonna matter is the first 5 people. So we'll be watching them, and we'll make sure you do 2 laps.
So do we all go over?
Here's something interesting. If you didn't look at this, the circle around the 4 islands right there.
Mm-hmm.
Why not do a figure 8?
We're not changing it at this point.
Yeah, we're not
That was so much over.
Wait a minute, the green path is different. Are we doing green or red?
Both. One
If
team
you're Bravo
will
team-
spawn south.
You're
one
Bravo,
team will
you're
spawn
red,
north.
you're Alpha, you're green.
And there's going to be some ramming here. There's definitely going to be some ramming here.
Really sorry, can I have
5 minutes? My dog's throwing up.
Oh god damn.
So the Thunderdome is where we're wrapping toys.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I don't know if we can stall for 5 minutes.
I'll have to withdraw them.
Okay.
Hope your dog's alright, Gronk.
Yep.
Okay, just to clarify, no, we're wrapping in the Thunderdome there. That's where we're doing the 2 laps, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Correct. Just making
This
sure.
is
You have to
really
do
fun,
2
Dre.
laps in
This
the
is really
Thunderdome.
fun.
Oh, good God, that's gonna kill so many people.
Oh yes it is.
You'll be alive at that point. I promise
My
you.
camera is ready. My
What does
camera
that,
is ready.
what does that mean, Rev?
Okay.
It turns out she's not being
Bravo
sick.
is green.
Oh, right, she's not being sick.
Not being sick. So
Yep.
is it too late?
Bravo.
You can
No,
jump
no,
in.
no. Jump in.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're gonna go and form a line on the Bravo, on that
Wait.
line area?
Fine,
Yeah.
I see
Yes,
what I want.
I'll point you guys where to go.
Okay.
Yeah, we
All
got
right.
first against
Spawn in the
Rock,
north.
30-second warning. If I don't hear from you guys, we'll send it out.
The
Alpha
players,
is red. Bravo is green.
the players that
No,
spawn in the
Bravo's
north
green.
will go to the north.
Yep, we'll point it out.
It says the name of the team on it.
Yeah, it literally says Alpha and Bravo on there.
Ah, I don't have my glasses on.
All right, sending her out. Wait, somebody has a hill?
So can I just double check? It's the last island.
yeah.
Is you go around twice
Correct.
Yes.
Yep.
The island in the circle. The island in the dome.
in the Thunderdome.
We're gonna screw this up.
No shit.
Oh, there's gonna be
Guaranteed.
so many-
It happens every time.
Just reading the map is hard enough.
The problem everyone is forgetting is that there's going to be the collisions at Bravo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna mute this. We're gonna get to our last game for the night. I hope you guys are ready for it. This is gonna be a lot of fun. What I'll probably do is I'll drop the HUD. You guys want me to drop the HUD, or do you want to be able to see people's names as they die? You tell me what you'd prefer. And this is gonna take a while. These guys all have to go here and back up, okay, and then all these guys to the south have to go here and back up against the island. So it's gonna take a few minutes before this all gets started. While we're waiting on this, have you guys enjoyed the evening so far? Have you been enjoying the games? I'm curious. Actually, you know what? I'll make that a poll. I'm gonna make this a poll for those of you guys who have been here the whole time. New poll. Which mode was your favorite? So this is Sparta. That's the two brothers map that we saw them shoving up the channel. Among Us 2 CVs on enemy enemy team wants to die. Okay. Fish in a barrel. That's the torpedo soup. I think. Or am I missing the? Am I using the mods or otherwise designated individuals bring any kind of torpedo ship? Okay, yeah, that's fish in a barrel. Fish in a barrel, and then fight in the shade. That's Italian BPs. Yeah, and then we did Beasts of Steel. Do Beasts of Steel? Oh, yeah. Beasts of Steel. That was the armor tests. Well, let's do this. Let's move these down. One, down one. Beasts of Steel was after Sparta, yes. Let's do Steel Beasts. And that was Secondaries only on Ocean. Secondaries only. I'll make this a 10-minute poll. You guys can all tell me which of these you preferred. And they are off. The race has begun. They got started really quick. Here we go. Depth charge is being dropped. Now, the teams are going to circle around this island. You're going to see an awful lot of dead ships in collision here. Here we go. You don't want to crash and die. Oof, somebody forgot a ramming flag. Ramming flag is very, very helpful here. Oh, there's another kill. Depth charges flying. Ship's blowing up. Liz beaching herself. Probably a very smart decision. As now, we're going to see them come around the other side of the island. You can see some people being very cautious, actually purposely beaching. Pally purposely beaching himself to let other ships go through. They do not want to crash again like last time, but that's not going to completely finish it. I got to take a death pick. Y'all know how that works. And just like that, ships have decided to be more civil. And they aren't ramming. What are you witnessing? You are witnessing the finale race to determine first, second, third, fourth, and fifth place specifically. That helps each of us in our different team environments. Athlandia is my team grouping. There's Stats Bloke, Bo, and Yavo as well. Hey, Migs. And looks like we have TC Freer disconnecting. Unfortunate for TC. Mickey here still alive. Why? He didn't bring a ramming flag. That's interesting. Yo, if you know you're gonna be in this race, bring a ramming flag. That is so important. Take a look at some of these other ships and see if they brought a ramming flag. The ramming flag is this flag right here that I've circled on Plasmatic Titan. IWAX didn't bring a ramming flag. I mean, it's training room, so you might as well ramming flag it up, but they only had a certain amount of time to get their ships ready. I have a feeling a lot of players forgot about their flags. Liz bringing up the rear, and we're about to get our next contact. I'm seeing a lot of ships without ramming flags. Now, both teams are going to be forced to circle around. So the northern group is going to do this. And the southern group is going to do this. There's a chance for a crash here. Most likely, they're not going to want that to happen. I say that as Trinity. We're going to have a crash. Oh, Pally goes down. His dreams of helping me out and everybody in Zatlandia have been extinguished. Aw, look at Liz now taking her time to slow down, speed up. Remember, you want to finish this. You want to be fast, but you also want to finish the race. That's the hardest part about these races. Now, like I had said to the group, you know, one of the things that you can do is, like, if I'm plasmatic here, I might try to shove Badass into the beach. Yeah, there he goes, right there, right there. See, now Badass is going to hit the beach, slow down, and that's going to allow Plasmatic to take the lead. Very smart play there by Plasmatic. IWAX is going to get around as well. Proper use of your engine boost consumable is really important as well. Plasmatic dodging the sinking ships. Do we have any more collisions? It looks like we will not. So far, it looks like the red team is way out in front compared to the green team. Plasmatic using the next engine boost. Looks like engine boosts are coming online. As Badass tries to smash IWAX into the island and misses and gets himself stuck. That's going to slow him down again. Plasmatic in the lead. Realized I never... Oh, whatever. Not gonna worry about... Aw, look at that. Torpedoes for TC Freer. That's nice of you, Plasmatic. I guess it makes sense. TC is out, so... TC is going to take one on the bow. Causes a flood, but he will not flood out from this. Hello, Duckman. Okay, now comes the next dangerous part as both teams come into the Thunderdome. However, Plasmatic is so far in advance at this point, I don't think there's enough island to prevent... Like I don't think there's enough for these guys to catch up. We'll have to see. Plasmatic is going to have to go around like this. I think they said he has to circle it twice, actually. So, we'll have to watch. He might have to go again, and if that's the case, they'll definitely catch up. Plasmatic making good speed. Someone drop a minefield. Oh, God. If they have minefields added, like support consumables, whatever, that would... really mess up with the race. That would be interesting. That being said, they've all been told they cannot use their guns and torps on each other. Okay, so there's the first looping. So some of red is running into green. Now green is slowing down. They don't want to crash, but that's going to give Plasmatic time to move on in. Honestly, if I'm especially one of these guys here, I'm looking to ram somebody. Because ramming somebody here, right, takes... You've got the ability maybe to take Plasmatic out, for example. Why wouldn't you want to do that, right? If you know you're probably not going to make it to the end, take someone out now. Yes, they do have to make 2 revolutions around as Plasmatic is getting set up for another. He's actually going to try to pit maneuver V Trinity. Trinity's trying to smash him into a teammate. Is he going to make it? He's going to make it. Nope, just misses it, but Plasmatic is going to go down right there. Pea Shooter takes Plasmatic down. We have a league change. V Trinity now, I believe, is in first place. Man, Plasmatic was looking really good for a while there. Almost had a collision with Desperado and IWAX. Trinity knows if he gets in a collision here, he's out. Otherwise, he's in first place. Need the bigger torpedo. Oh, there goes another one. That was IWAX and Florindi going down. Desperado hits Liz, but Liz had the ramming flag. Desperado did not. That's why you bring a ramming flag. Badass, though, hits the wreckage. That's going to slow him down yet again. And if I remember right, Liz was in the back. So Liz still has to make another round. So V Trinity will take first place, I think. Yeah, he's coming out now. No, where are you going, V Trinity? The finish line is here, isn't it? Yeah, the finish line is here, V Trinity. That's a huge mistake. That's a huge mistake. Fabio and Badass Rockets are going to be racing to the finale as V Trinity... I don't know what V Trinity's trying to do. What a throw indeed. How much weed have they consumed? V Trinity might be, I think, I can't remember if V Trinity is an admin. If so, then he's doing that on purpose. Ooh, with the ram with Mickey. Who's gonna win the race? It's going to be Fabio. Badass comes in second. Third place goes to Potato. Now I want to see who's on what team. IRN. That is Bo. Rum is also Bo. I don't know which Merc Liz or Potato are on. And Cam Raff is going to take fourth place. Not sure what team he's on. And Liz will take fifth. Although technically Cam Raff hasn't made landfall yet. So technically that's not going to work. And we're going to have another crash. And once again, Potato... No, Potato didn't have a ramming flag there. So I guess the question is, technically, is EK... I don't know. Did he cut lap? You'd have to go back and check. Have to go back and check. Let's listen in a little bit.
Oh, is he? Oh my god.
Oh, he's too close.
You didn't have
Too
to.
close.
No.
Why didn't you? Why didn't you damage gun?
It's the principle.
So, EK hasn't hit the island yet.
I know, right?
Really hasn't.
That's what I was thinking.
Is there another ship out there?
That's
Is
why
someone
I
five or
said
alive?
I was the fourth one to hit the island.
And I'm also curious,
Hey, I
Trinity,
didn't shoot you.
what happened with Trinity?
I'm checking the replay. Beer told him to go again, but I'm pretty sure he's first.
Trinity went around twice.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Maybe I confused people.
I'm checking the replay. If
I'm pretty sure.
it's
Yeah.
Beer's fault that he turned around, then I'm gonna call it first. He was way.
Took Mickey out too. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, boo.
Oh, let's take it to NASCAR rules, something that you guys should know. If a driver decides while going around the oval to suddenly turn around and drive the wrong way, is that the fault of the referee, or is it the driver's fault?
The referee told him to.
It's the guy in the pit.
Okay,
that
can
changes
someone
the
just
tires
torp Fabio so like just exit the battle already, guys?
No.
I need the replay file. Fuck off.
We'll try this out.
Bravo team, the time has come. Execute Order 66.
You're flooding.
All right, we're gonna mute that for right now, and we'll see what happens.
Someone go kill TC.
I was gonna say, technically TC also, is here. So
Should we just exit, or do you want us to go kill that guy?
Just
you have to go kill him.
Exit.
No, exit.
I'll go kill him.
It's late enough. Just exit,
Yes.
please.
For the sake
Yeah,
of
but
our
if
sanity.
everybody exit and TC3 is still in, the game is not ending.
Oh, you're right.
Someone
there.
It'll
has to
end.
kill
It'll
him.
end. 'cause
Depends on
whatever
if
thing
he's
he's on
connected
will
or
win.
not.
Yeah.
No,
Well, no, they don't win unless
unless the
they're
ships
all
are
dead.
dead.
So
Someone
I
has to
don't
go
know.
kill
You
TC.
guys can go wolf back him real quick. Whatever. He's so slow. So slow.
Go kill TC.
Bonus
already
round.
left.
This is what we've trained you for this entire time.
Your mission is to
Um,
kill the streamer.
While
Oh no, Liz is the only one still in.
while they continue to go finish that out, I want to just thank you guys all for coming out. Thank you guys for a fun night. We'll tabulate the results and we'll publish an official finale or words final tally of what we have here. We'll also post the 2 factions that were able to earn the Leon for the shortlist. The schedule for tomorrow will go out shortly, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
I appreciate the game.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening. Oh, my day.
It's time to go to bed.
ho. Tons of
See you.
See
Bye,
ya.
everybody. Take care.
Good night.
Thanks. Cheers.
That's a lot of votes, Seth.
yeah, I've got like 130 people watching and 2 votes. And that was a 10-minute poll.
God damn.
That's some good feedback for you.
What was the vote for?
I was dead last after that first island. I got sandwiched in between a ship that was beached and the island. And I had to wait for him to leave, back up, hit the island again, back up, finally cleared it. And I
was-
came in 4th. I
Yep.
was dead last, even going around the 4 islands.
That's why we do this all. So many extra crisscrosses makes it interesting.
That's right.
Yeah, there.
Plasmatic, nice job pit maneuvering
Yes.
Badass into the beach, by the way. That was
That was
beautiful.
not intentional.
Totally.
Ship.
And
That
I
was
think
not
a,
intentional at all.
Oops.
I think a lot of people learned the value of ramming flag as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I survived my first one, managed to stay in the lead all the way up until fucking Bishir decided, you know what? Winning is for losers.
And there it is.
Uh,
All right. Well, thanks everyone.
I enjoyed the shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Oh, this was good.
We're gonna go ahead and drop this. Guys, last chance to get into the giveaway. And hi, Ditzy. Okay, so here's the deal.